Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're starting down the biggest event of the year, graduation.
Plus, we're celebrating a track and field athlete heading to UW La Crosse for state track next week.
Thank you for joining us on Paw Print Live.
Last night, 8 athletes traveled to Cashton Field at Arcadia to compete in the WIAA Division II sectionals. One advances to state.
Heidi Williams had a 37-foot, 3-inch throw last night to take second place overall, earning her ticket to the state track and field championship at UWL next Friday and Saturday.
Congrats, Heidi.
We're also celebrating the class of 2023 tonight with a commencement ceremony.
Graduation takes place on Tiger Field in just a few hours.
Seniors need to arrive by 5:30. The ceremony begins at 6 p.m.
And for the rest of us, we get a long 3-day weekend.
Many of you are packing up for a weekend road trip, so Jackson Tedens talked to a few students about their longest road trips.
We'll leave you with that.
For Paw Print Live, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Evie.
Roll that tape.
The longest road trip I've been on is we went to Canada, which was a 2-day trip, and we stopped about halfway, and we went the long way around because my relatives were in a different part of Canada, and we went to see my baby cousin, like right after she was born.
I think the longest road trip that I personally have been on was a trip to the Rocky Mountain National Park. We went to a big campground up there and we got to stay there for a while. But we went to Rocky Mountain National Park to go fly fishing. We went to this big mountain biking park to go mountain biking, and I went with both my brothers and my mom, and that was a lot of fun. And then we got to hang around like the mountains in Colorado for the whole week, and it was really enjoyable. But it was a 16-hour drive both ways, which kind of sucked, especially with 4 people in a smaller car. But at the end, it was much worth the trip, much worth the hours on the road, and I'd go again.
The Disney band trip that we did this summer, like 28-hour drive, sitting next to Bobby Cogswell, had no leg room.
The longest road trip I've been on is when I went from here in Wisconsin down to Athens, Georgia to visit family because we couldn't get a plane ticket in time.
The longest road trip that I've been on is to Maine, and we made it there in like 2 or 3 days, I think. And then we made it back in 2 days because we went from New York all the way home in 1 day. So we were in Niagara Falls, and we drove all the way home from there after staying 2 hours away from Niagara Falls. So that was the longest road trip I've ever been on.